Hello, everybody. This is our Prophet for God One coming at you live with another Google Hangout. And this is not going to be long because I'm not going to be on here long. But today I'm just going to cut to the chase today, and I'm going to be dealing with Ringo4life. We already know that Ringo4life is basically already exposed. And I think I told a lot of my YouTubers, a lot of people who I know in here that have made videos on Ringo, and I made it clear that I prophesied that Ringo was going to have a reverse mouth. Do you know what a reverse mouth is? It's what you say to people, or what comes out of your mouth, and how you attack people will come back on you. So we all know that Ringo4life life is already exposed. So his mouth was going to expose him. Now, a few years ago, GM.Nice made a video, which I thank the brothers for making this, because this is going to be a prime example. And if you go back to look at his video, because I might post his video in the description box down below after I'm through with this hangout. But the point is that I heard something that he said a few years ago, and he was stating that I never cuss, and my wife is a witness to this day. Now, lo and behold, years have went past, and now all of a sudden Ringo is cussing now, and now he says that's not a sin. How can you tell somebody when you're up here cussing? Well, Ringo4life, I'm gonna tell you this here. You made that statement a few years ago. You made that statement a few years ago. I think that was maybe about four years ago, that you said that you don't never cuss. And then now something that you're on here on the video cussing. And this shows you what a hypocrite does. A hypocrite is somebody that tells you to stop doing something when you yourself is doing it. So how can you tell somebody to stop doing it when you're doing it? So that's a true example of a hypocrite. I can't tell you to stop smoking a cigarette when I'm smoking a cigarette. I can't stop telling you to stop drinking beers when I'm drinking a beer. You see, people, we ought to be an example, not to be an example like this though. But if you go on GM.Nice's page, which I may post the link down here in the description box here, and I'm gonna show you what a hypocrite is. I'm pretty sure everybody knows who Ringo4life is. Everybody knows who he is, and I mean, plenty of people have made videos about him. Becco, GM.Nice, C Road Warrior. We all know who Ringo is. Gilbert. People already know who Ringo is. But now, that's not the point I'm going to try to make. I'm going to move off that point for a minute. I'm going to move on a point that yesterday that a video came out about creflo dollar. And I thought in my head, I was sitting there thinking, I said, if creflo dollar comes out, if the news media brings out creflo dollar, that will activate Ringo. Activate Ringo. And I thought in my head yesterday, I said, okay. I said, I'm gonna watch him and see what he does. And lo and behold, guess who shows up making a video? Ringo4life, the hypocrite. You see, Ringo thinks that just because you bring out a video about creflo dollar will boost up his ego again, and he'll be Ringo4life again. But I'm pretty sure everybody knows who he is. Everybody knows who Ringo4life is. Everybody knows who this hypocritical guy is. This is the same guy that says that he don't never cuss. Now he's cussing. Says that he don't believe in I can't say the word right, polygamy. But now all of a sudden he believes in Plug look at me. I'm sorry, I can't say the word right. But you see, this is what a hypocrite is. This is who Ringo4life is. If you go on this channel, you're gonna see and know, because the reason why I don't go on this channel, because he's now he don't with the cussing now. He don't got the cussing up a storm over there. So this guy here is a waste of time. This is the reason why I don't make videos no more, because Ringo has already basically exposed himself. He done already exposed himself. So people are pretty much, they know who he is now. They know that I said Ringo is just old news. He's an old news person. He's old news now. But as I begin to watch Ringo, I don't go to his channel often, but something just told me to go to his channel and see if we're gonna be talking about creflo dollar. Yes, he is talking about creflo dollar with his $1.99 shades on and his trash job. You see, that's what gossip. I mean, this is where gossipers belong. They belong on a junkie job just like that, because these are the people that dig through garbage cans to find information. They go back into the lower parts of the dump to where God throws all of our forgiveness. He throws it into the sea of forgiveness. So what this guy does, he goes back into the sea of forgiveness and try to pull out old information, just like old news. It's kind of like when somebody throws away a newspaper, and they say, this is old news, I'm gonna throw this in the trash. He go that same hypocrite, he go that same gossiper, goes back, and this like the devil, he goes back and he pulls up the newspaper, he looks at it, and says, oh, I can use this against this person. See, what Satan uses is just old news. Old news. Now, I knew he was gonna make a video about creflo dollar. I know he was gonna do this. I knew he was going to do this type of thing. But I feel that a hypocrite don't have a right to talk about nobody because his life is not right. Same as these people that come on YouTube, these self-proclaimed people that claim that they have exposed preachers and teachers. But I thought about something. I said, how in the world can you expose preachers and teachers when your life is not saved, when you're not living right yourself? So I feel that a hypocrite don't have a right to talk about nobody because his life is not right himself. You see, as these YouTubers make videos, I found that some of these YouTubers are not saved. They're not living right themselves, so they got a right to talk about creflo dollar and Eddie Long and TD Jakes and all of this other stuff. They make these exposed videos, but they're not saved themselves. And these very same hypocrites, they talk about people, but they live it in the life of sin themselves. So now I got no right to talk about creflo dollar, because I believe that that if you're a preacher and you're standing in the midst of your congregation, you're going to be held accountable for what you preach and what you teach to the people. So I'm gonna let the Lord go ahead and be the judge over that, because I got no right to judge anybody. Now, the only time I'll judge is when or when I say something, is when somebody brings me something that is totally false and that they're in error. That's when I say something. Now, creflo dollar, I got issues with them. I got a lot of issues with TD Jakes, and I got a lot of issues with Eddie Long. I got a lot of issues with those self-proclaimed preachers. But the Lord going to handle that, because he's going to be the last say so. I said he's going to be the last. He's going to have the last say so about that situation, not me. I'm just a simple man being used by God. That's what I am. I'm just a simple man. I'm no bigger than God. I'm underneath God's feet. So therefore, I humble myself unto the mighty hands of God. I have to humble myself like this, because I don't believe in judging people. I don't believe in judging preachers. I will let the Lord go ahead and do that. But anyways, back to Ringo4life. Yeah, his life is just his life is in shambles right now. Everybody say, pray for Ringo, pray for him. I said, well, I can do all the praying I want. Hey, I can do all the praying I can do for him. I don't pray many times that God move on this situation, but it'll have to be God that pre-adventures in that person's life. I don't did many times have I prayed for Ringo and cried out before the Lord, and God didn't do anything. Because I'm gonna tell you something. God knows people's hearts. I said he knows when you sincere about a lot of things, and he knows how to save people. He knows how to deal with people's heart. But if a person don't want to listen to you and don't want to receive correction, sometimes you just gotta let them go on. We as Christians, Becco, GM.Nice, we have let this guy go on with his life and make we found out that his life is more miserable as is anyway, because number one, he brought out a video about the virgin birth. We all know about this stuff. He brought out a video about the virgin birth, which we know is false, and I know God was going to deal with him. But Ringo is a person who refuses to give himself over to Christ. He refuses to do that. And if just like I said in a hangout, anytime you have heard the word of God, and we have preached to you these things, that you have to be saved, you have to be born again. No excuses. We ourselves cannot make people be saved. It's going to take God to do that. Now, is it too late for Ringo? This is the question. Is it too late for him? If he died in his sins, it will be too late. I don't know, but I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't know Ringo's ending. Only God knows that. But anyways, I know he was going to bring. I know he was going to bring out this video. I know he was going to do it because he's a creflo dollar fanatic. Who he is. Every time creflo dollar makes some mistakes and fall, he goes and talks about creflo dollar. He's obsessed with creflo dollar, and that's what he is. He's obsessed with people falls. This is what Ringo is. He's obsessed with it. So I waste my time making videos about Ringo because I stopped doing that, because I know God is now in control, and he has the last say so about Ringo. So I let the Lord go ahead and handle Ringo, because Ringo, at the end of the day, if he don't repent, we all have done our jobs on there. We all have done our jobs. I done my job. We all try to correct Ringo, but Ringo chose to go down that wrong path. He chose to go down that wrong path. Here's a man that's so full of anger, so full of frustration, so full of strife. He's full of everything. He's like a hot air balloon that's ready to explode. So Ringo4life is just old news to me. I really don't pay no more attention. I go visit his channel every once in a while. Every once in a while, I'll visit, but then I just have to leave it alone because I see what his life has come to. And right now, everywhere Ringo goes, he basically he doesn't have any peace. Not anymore. He doesn't. So I know about that he was going to make this video about creflo dollar. I just seem to know him now. Anytime I've been studying Ringo for years now, and I knew who he was before I even got to YouTube. I knew exactly who he was. I know he was up to no good. I know he was a false teacher. I know all of these things about it. Cause I like to sit down. I like to watch people. I like to watch them and see what they're talking about. And it's like my ears are like a filter. It's like when you pour water into a filter, it cleans out all the dirty stuff. I mean, the water seeps through, but it cleans the dirt out of the water. So it's like I would sit there and examine and use my discernment to find out whether this person is in the truth or whether he speaks a lie. Ringo4life has been speaking lies for years. He has made videos about numerous people, like Miss Rosa. He made numerous of videos about preachers who wasn't messing with him. This is the same stalker that goes on people's Facebook pages, taking pictures off their Facebook pages, making stupid videos about folks. And this is that same old hypocrite that here to now that say that he don't never cuss, but now he's cussing again. So if you go on GM.Nice's page, you're going to see the hypocrite. You're going to see the hypocrisy in this thing. So this is like kind of like the waste of my time making this video. I know basically it's just a waste of my time, but I'm just sitting up here just discussing what a hypocrite Ringo is. So I'm pretty much done talking about it right now. I'm pretty much done talking. But anyways, that's all I got to say about Ringo4life. This is the guy that life is on a spiral down. So destruction has hit him, and he just don't even know it. One of my deepest regrets is that one of my deepest regrets is that I hope and I wish he repents. Because let me tell you something. If he doesn't, then I don't done my part. We all have told Ringo about a lot of this stuff, but he chose not to listen. So he's now held accountable for what he hears. So when he stands before the judgment seat of Christ is going to ask him, have you accepted me as your Lord and personal Savior? And what Ringo questioned, and his answer going to be, Lord, I didn't know. Didn't nobody tell me. Didn't no preacher tell me. But the Lord going to turn back to Ringo, and he's going to say, oh, yes, you did know. I sent my prophets, and I sent my servants, my teachers, my preachers to warn you. Ringo is held accountable for what he hears. Anybody who you tell about Christ and you tell them that they had to be born again, you don't done your job. Jesus told his disciples, he sent them in to the city 2 by 2. He gave them power over unclean spirits. He did all these things. But he says, whosoever don't receive you, shake the dust up under your feet as a testimony against them. Don't lose your time and your prayer. Don't cast your pearls before the swine. Don't waste your good word on people who are not going to listen. There's somebody that will listen. Somebody out there that is looking to hear you. They're looking to hear you, what you have to say. Somebody looking for a good word. Somebody looking for a way out of sin. So don't go out there and waste your time. I don't waste my time with Ringo. We don't do our part on here. So with that being said, that is just about the end of my video. And pretty much done talking. And I don't say what I had to say. But anyways, there will be more videos. I got a Antichrist video that's about ready to come out. And I'm going to let everybody know ahead of time before I do, because I'm kind of booked on the schedule, kind of working on projects and stuff. And sometimes I just don't have no time doing videos and stuff. And it's just I am kind of busy and looking to get things done. So look for this hangout. It's going to be discussing the Antichrist, and I will be sending people links. And I'm going to make this clear to everybody on here. There are no atheists allowed in my hangout unless I'm having an open discussion. But no atheists allowed in my hangout right now at this point, because this is for Christians, believers. And I want to hear everybody's thoughts about the Antichrist. I want to hear everybody, because some people think that he just is he going to be a man, or a man that's going to be possessed by the devil. So I would like to hear everybody thoughts on that. That's going to be coming out real soon. That's the first priority video. And then the second one I got listed is going to be based on homosexuality. And this is going to be discussing the Bible that they are using in their churches to try to deceive people. This is the Queen James Version, which is the false version of the Bible. It appears that the homosexual churches are using this Bible to try to clean them. It's like what you call gay tolerance, preaching the doctrines of gay tolerance. It's really false teaching. So I will be discussing that as well in a future hangout. But stay tuned for the Antichrist one, because this is going to be very interesting. So that seemed to be about it. It's about 12 o'clock. I didn't have long to stay on here, but I don't say what I had to say. YouTube, Twitter, have a blessed day.